Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Success is not about luck. It's not about where you come from, who your parents are, what opportunities life throws your way. It starts here, right here, in your mind. The difference between the person who rises and the one who stumbles is not talent, not resources, not even intelligence. It's mindset. It's the way you think, the way you see yourself, the way you see the world. Some of you want success, but you're waiting for the perfect moment. You're waiting for someone to give you permission. You're waiting for motivation. Let me tell you something. Motivation is temporary. It fades. It disappears the moment life hits you in the face. You need something stronger. You need a mindset that doesn't break when things get hard. You need a mindset that says, no matter what happens, I will keep pushing. I will keep grinding. I will not stop until I get what I came for. Think about the greats, the ones who changed history. They weren't the smartest in the room. They weren't the most gifted, but they had a fire inside them. They refused to quit. They refused to listen to the voices that said, it's impossible. You can't do it. It's not meant for you. They didn't wait for the right conditions. They created them. Any hope for success, they built it. See, your mind is either your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. If you wake up every day telling yourself, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, it's too hard, then you've already lost. But if you wake up with the mindset that says, I will find a way, I will not be outworked, I will not be denied, then there's nothing that can stop you. Some of you have dreams, but you let fear hold you back. You let doubt whisper in your ear. You let past failures define you. But let me tell you this, your past does not decide your future. What decides your future is what you do now, how you think now, what actions you take now. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for a shortcut. Success doesn't come to the ones who wish for it. It comes to the ones who work for it, fight for it, bleed for it, earn it. And that fight begins in your mind. So ask yourself, are you ready to change the way you think? Are you ready to believe in yourself when nobody else does? Are you ready to push past the pain, past the fear, past the doubt? Because if you commit to shifting your mindset, to seeing yourself as unstoppable, to deciding right now that you will not quit, then success is already on its way. It's not a question of if, it's only a matter of when. Listen to me, before success ever shows up in your life, before you touch the dream, before the world sees your greatness, it all begins in one place, your mind. If your mind isn't ready, your life will never be ready. If your thinking is weak, your results will be weak. If your mindset is full of excuses, full of doubts, full of reasons why you can't, then I promise you see, success isn't about circumstances. It's not about luck. It's not about being born into the right family or having all the resources handed to you. Because there are people who had everything and still failed. And there are people who had nothing, no money, no support, no opportunities, but they made it to the top. Why? Because they had the one thing that truly matters, a mindset that refused to settle, a mindset that refused to break, a mindset that refused to quit. Some of you are out here waiting for success to find you. You're waiting for the right moment. You're waiting for someone to believe in you. You're waiting for someone to push you. But let me tell you something, nobody's coming to save you. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. If you don't take control of your own mind, someone else will. And if your mindset is weak, life will break you before you ever get a chance to break through. Every single day you wake up with a choice. You can choose to think like a champion, or you can choose to think like a victim. Champions don't complain. Champions don't make excuses. Champions don't focus on what they don't have. They focus on what they can do with what they have, because they understand that success is not about external conditions. It's about internal conditioning. Your mind is the soil where your future grows. If you plant negativity, doubt, and fear, don't be surprised when your life is full of failure. But if you plant discipline, belief, and unstoppable determination, you will reap success. You will rise. You will become everything you were meant to be. But it all starts with a decision to master your mind, to train your thinking, to refuse anything less than greatness. Because when you own your mind, you own your future. And that is where success begins. Too many people are stuck in waiting mode, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for someone to say, now is your time. But let me tell you something, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The right time will never come. And if you're waiting for someone to give you permission to go after your dreams, you're already losing. You see, successful people, wait. They don't sit around hoping for life to get easier. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They move, they act, they take what they have and make something out of it. Because they understand something that most people don't. Life will never hand you success. You have to go out and take it. Some of you are saying, I'll start when I have more money. I'll start when I feel ready. I'll start when things calm down. No, you won't, because if you're waiting for comfort, you'll be waiting your whole life. If you're waiting to feel ready, you'll never take the first step. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who work, those who leap, those who decide that today is the day. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for signs. The only sign you need is that you are still breathing. As long as you have life in your body, you have a chance to change everything. You don't need more time. You don't need more resources. You need to make a decision that says, I am done waiting. I am done hesitating. I am done holding back. I am going all in right now with what I have from where I am. Because let me tell you the truth. Opportunities don't wait for you to be ready. Life doesn't wait for you to feel confident. And success rewards the bold. It rewards those who step forward, who take risks, who refuse to sit on the sidelines. So the question is, are you ready to stop waiting? Are you ready to take control of your life? Are you ready to act now? Because if you are, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Not fear, not doubt, not obstacles. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to start. And that decision, that's yours to make. Everybody wants to be successful when they feel good, when they're motivated, when life is easy, when everything is going right. That's when they show up. That's when they put in the work. But what happens when the motivation fades? What happens when you wake up tired, when life punches you in the face, when nothing seems to be going your way? That's the real test. Because motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. If you build your success on motivation alone, you build it on sand. Motivation gets you started, but mindset keeps you going. The people who win in life are not the ones who wake up every day feeling excited. They're the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it. They're the ones who push forward even when it's hard. They're the ones who don't need a hype video, a pep talk, or a lucky break to keep moving, because their drive isn't based on feelings. It's based on commitment. See, motivation is like fuel, but mindset is the engine. If you rely on motivation, you'll be stopping at every roadblock, every setback, every tough day. But when your mindset is locked in, when you have decided deep in your soul that quitting is not an option, that's when you become unstoppable. That's when no excuse, no failure, no bad day can take you off your path. Some of you are waiting to feel like putting in the work, waiting to feel inspired. But listen to me. Winners don't wait for a mood, they create one. They train their minds to show up no matter what. They tell themselves, I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if I don't feel like it. I made a commitment and I'm going to follow through. That's the difference between people who talk about success and people who actually achieve it. One group only moves when they're motivated. The other moves no matter what. And the ones who move no matter what, they're the ones who make it to the top. Because success isn't given to those who start strong. It's given to those who refuse to stop. Success doesn't belong to the smartest, and it belongs to the most talented. It belongs to the ones who refuse to quit. The ones who get knocked down and still get back up. The ones who hear no 100 times but still keep pushing. If you study the greats, if you look at the ones who changed history, you'll realize something. They weren't special. They weren't born different. They just had one thing that most people don't: resilience. See, most people want success, but they don't want to struggle for it. They want the reward, but they don't want the grind. They love the idea of winning, but the moment things get tough, the moment life throws challenges their way, they start looking for an exit. They start questioning themselves. They start making excuses. But the ones who make it, they understand that struggle is part of the process. They don't run from the pain, they embrace it. They rise. Let me tell you something. Life is going to test you. It's going to push you. It's going to throw obstacles in your path that make you want to quit. And that's where most people stop. That's what most people say, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just give up. But the ones who succeed, they make a different choice. They say, I don't care how hard it gets, I'm not stopping. They understand that every setback, every failure, every disappointment, it's just another step toward greatness. You can't be afraid of struggle. You can't let failure shake you. Every time you fall, you got two choices: stay down or get back up stronger. And let me tell you, success doesn't come to those who stay down. It comes to those who refuse to stay defeated. It comes to those who take every hit, every loss, every moment of doubt and use it as fuel to keep going. Because at the end of the day, Talent won't save you. Intelligence won't carry you. The only thing that guarantees success is your willingness to keep fighting, your ability to take a hit and keep moving forward, your mindset, the unshakable belief that no matter what comes your way, you will not quit. That's what separates the ones who dream from the ones who do. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. It will either push you forward or hold you back. It will either make you unstoppable or leave you stuck right where you are. Every single day, the battle isn't against the world, the competition, or the circumstances. It's against your own mind, because what you think determines how you move, how you work, how you fight for your dreams. And if your mind is weak, your results will be weak. Some of you wake up every day feeding your mind doubt. You tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. Maybe this isn't for me. And then you wonder why nothing is changing in your life. You wonder why you keep hitting the same walls, facing the same problems. It's because you're fighting battles on the outside while losing the war on the inside. You don't need another opportunity. You need a mindset shift. You need to stop thinking like a victim and start thinking like a champion. Champions don't entertain doubt. They don't waste time feeding fear. They don't sit around making excuses about why they can't. Instead, they train their minds to believe, to push, to see opportunity where others see failure. They tell themselves, no matter what happens, I will find a way. No matter how many times I fail, I will keep going. No matter how hard it gets, I will not stop. That's the difference. You see, the world can throw challenges at you. People can doubt you. Life can test you, but nothing can stop you if your mindset is strong. Because once you control your mind, you control everything else. You control your effort. You control your discipline. You control your response to failure. And that's what determines success. Not luck, not talent, not handouts. It's the ability to look at every obstacle, every struggle, every moment of pain and say, this will not break me. This will build me. So ask yourself, are you feeding your mind strength or weakness? Are you building thoughts that push you forward or ones that hold you back? Because at the end of the day, your mind is the key. It will either open doors or lock them. It will either carry you to success or leave you standing in the same place, wondering why others made it and you didn't. And the truth is, the only difference between them and you is how they think. Change your mind and you'll change your life. Fear and doubt are the greatest thieves of success. They creep into your mind, whispering lies, making you believe that you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that you don't have what it takes. And the sad part, most people listen. Most people let fear hold them back. They let doubt control their actions. They spend their whole lives waiting for confidence, waiting for certainty, waiting for a guarantee that everything will work out before they take the first step. But let me tell you something. There are no guarantees in life. And the only way to get past fear is to move through it. The people who make it in life, the ones who achieve greatness, aren't the ones who never feel fear. They're the ones who refuse to let fear stop them. They hear the doubts just like everyone else. But instead of letting those thoughts paralyze them, they push forward anyway. They understand that fear is just a test, a challenge to see if they really want what they say they want. And the only way to pass that test is to act. Even when you're scared, even when you don't feel ready, even when the voices in your head are telling you to quit, some of you have dreams, but you're letting fear keep you stuck. You're afraid of failure, afraid of what people will say, afraid of stepping into the unknown. But listen to me. If you never move past your fear, you will never move forward in life. If you let doubt control your decisions, you will stay exactly where you are, watching other people live the life you could have had. Because success is not for the fearless. It's for the ones who feel the fear and do it anyway. Your past failures don't define you. Your mistakes don't define you. The only thing that defines you is whether you let those failures and mistakes stop you or push you. Every great success story is built on failure. Every champion has been knocked down. Every successful person has heard no more times than they can count. But they didn't let that stop them. They didn't let doubt become their reality. They trained their minds to see failure as part of the process, to see fear as a challenge instead of a roadblock. And because of that, they made it. So the question is, what will you do? Will you keep letting fear hold you back? Will you keep letting doubt control your decisions? Or will you take control of your mind and say, I refuse to let fear decide my future. I refuse to let doubt stop me. I will move forward no matter. Because the moment you make that decision, the moment you stop listening to fear and start listening to the part of you that knows you were meant for more, that's the moment your life changes. That's the moment success begins. Success doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your circumstances. It doesn't care about what happened to you, who doubted you, or how unfair life has been. Success only responds to one thing: work. The problem is, too many people spend their time justifying why they can't instead of finding ways to make it happen. They talk about their struggles, their lack of resources, the obstacles in their way. But let me tell you something. Every successful person you admire, every champion, every legend had reasons to quit. They had excuses just like you. The difference? They didn't use them. Some of you are stuck in a cycle of blaming everything but yourself. You say, I don't have enough time. I don't have the right connections. I don't have enough experience. And while you're making excuses, someone else with less than you is out there grinding, putting in the work, refusing to quit. And guess what? That person is going to win. That person is going to succeed. Not because they had more advantages, but because they had less excuses. You have to understand that excuses don't build empires. Excuses don't create champions. Excuses don't put food on the table, don't pay the bills, don't turn dreams into reality. The only thing excuses do is keep you exactly where you are, stuck, frustrated, watching other people achieve what you could have achieved if you had just done the work. Listen, you're not always going to feel like showing up. You're not always going to feel motivated. You're going to have days when everything in you wants to quit. But successful people don't make decisions based on feelings. They make decisions based on commitment. They don't ask themselves, do I feel like doing this today? They say, I made a commitment, so I'm showing up, period. That's the difference. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to do the work for you. If you want it, you have to go get it. You have to wake up every single day and make the decision that excuses will not be part of your life. You will not let circumstances control you, because the moment you let go of excuses, the moment you take full responsibility for your success, that's the moment everything changes. That's the moment you go from dreaming about success to actually achieving it. There's a reason most people never reach their full potential. It's not because they're not talented enough. It's not because they're not capable. It's because they spend their lives surrounded by the wrong people. People who doubt them, people who don't believe in them, people who tell them to play it safe, to be realistic, to stay in their lane. And if you're not careful, those voices will become your reality. You have to understand something. Your environment shapes your mindset. The people you spend the most time with, they're influencing the way you think, the way you move, the way you see yourself. If you surround yourself with people who complain, who settle, who make excuses, guess what? You're going to start doing the same thing. But if you surround yourself with people who push you, who challenge you, who refuse to let you settle for less than your best, that's when you grow. That's when you elevate. Some of you have big dreams, but you're letting small-minded people talk you out of them. You're letting their fears become your fears. You're letting their doubts become your doubts. And you don't even realize it because you've been around them for so long that their way of thinking has become normal to you. But listen to me. If you want to be successful, you have to protect your mindset. You have to guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Stop letting people who have never built anything tell you that you can't build your dream. Stop taking advice from people who have never stepped outside their comfort zone. Stop listening to people who gave up on their own dreams, try to convince you to give up on yours. If they don't push you, if they don't challenge you, if they don't inspire you to be better, they don't belong in your circle, period. The truth is, success requires sacrifice. And sometimes that means letting go of relationships that are keeping you small. It means stepping away from negativity, from drama, from conversations that do nothing but drain your energy. It means finding people who think bigger, who move differently, who are just as hungry as you are. Because when you're around the right people, success becomes contagious, growth becomes natural, and suddenly what once seemed impossible starts to feel inevitable. So ask yourself, who's in your circle? Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Because if you're serious about success, if you're serious about changing your life, then you need to be just as serious about who you let speak into your mind. Because at the end of the day, the voices you listen to will either push you towards your dreams or keep you trapped in mediocrity. And the choice, that's yours to make. Success isn't a one-time thing. It's not something you chase for a few months, get tired, and give up on. It's not a finish line you cross and then stop running. Success is a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's a daily commitment to growth, discipline, and excellence. And the ones who truly make it, They don't just work hard when they feel like it. They don't just grind when it's convenient. They make success a way of life. Some of you have moments of greatness, but you're not consistent. You'll put in the work for a few weeks, and then when life gets tough, you slow down. You stay focused for a little while, but the moment things get uncomfortable, you start making excuses. That's why you're not where you want to be. Because success isn't about what you do sometimes, it's about what you do every single day. Champions don't take days off from their mindset. They don't take days off from discipline. They don't wake up and hope they feel motivated. They wake up and make a decision to execute regardless of how they feel. That's what separates winners from everyone else. It's not talent, it's not luck. It's the ability to stay locked in long after the excitement phase. You have to decide, are you interested in success or are you committed to it? Because if you're just interested, you'll show up when it's easy. You'll put in the effort when you feel inspired. But the moment things get hard, the moment you face resistance, you'll quit. But if you're committed, nothing will stop you. Not failure, not setbacks, not obstacles, not bad days. Because when you're committed, you don't negotiate with your dreams. You don't let circumstances decide your work ethic. You don't let distractions pull you away from your purpose. So stop treating success like a part-time job. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, the right move, the easy path. Start treating success like your only option. Start showing up every single day with the mindset that says, I don't care what's in my way, I'm going to make this happen. Because when you commit to that level of consistency, when success becomes your standard, your way of life, that's when you stop chasing success and start living it. At the end of the day, success is not about luck. It's not about talent. It's not about who had the easiest path or who was handed the best opportunities. Success is about mindset. It's about waking up every single day and deciding, I will not quit. I will not back down. I will not let fear, doubt, or struggle stop me from becoming everything I was meant to be. There will be moments when you feel tired, moments when life knocks you down so hard that getting back up seems impossible, moments when the voices in your head tell you to walk away, to give up, to settle for less. But this is where champions are made. Not when it's easy, not when things are going your way, but when you have every reason to quit and you don't. When everything in you wants to stop, but you keep moving forward anyway. That's the difference between the ones who dream and the ones who do. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need approval to chase what's yours. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to believe in yourself and the discipline to do the work every single day. You have to stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Nobody's coming to do it for you. The only way you will ever get there is by making up your mind that no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, you will not stop until you win. So from this moment forward, make the decision, make the commitment. Train your mind to be stronger than your emotions. Train your work ethic to be greater than your excuses. Train your belief to be louder than your doubts. Because success isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the only question is, are you willing to keep going until that moment arrives?